Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And today we are at Chilies and Peppers number 18. And I am full of fear. I have tasted the salsa, I haven't tasted the eggs, the omelet. The concoction with these fiery red chilies. They're just called Tabasco chilies or ornamental chilies. And I have found these in Mark Miller's The Great Chili Book, which is one of my guides for navigating my way through all these things. But we are almost at the end of our heat road. And these things, they say, have a heat level of 9 out of 10. And they show a few pictures of orange, yellow, red, different things. And they say hints of celery and green onion. But I haven't found anything but hot so far. I've got another chart here on Scoville units, and it shows Tabasco at 30,000 to 50,000, which is a far cry from the habanero where we will end up. So that gives me some hope that I'll survive all this. And I didn't bring a milkshake, ice cream, nothing like that. So I only got 2 preparations. I'm not going to eat them neat. These came from my daughter's garden, where they seem to be growing wild as volunteers. She picks them every few whiles. I think it's the same set of a couple of plants. And they just put out chilies all the time, all summer long. And I don't eat them neat. I don't have any use for anything like that. But I did put them in a salsa. This is our standard salsa made with fire roasted tomatoes, canned, and red onions, white onions, roasted garlic. Everything's roasted. So this was 350 grams of my salsa mixture and only 12 grams of the chilies. And it's hot. I've tasted that. And this egg concoction over here is about 120 grams of egg and 8 grams of chilies. And they're chopped up, cooked a little bit in the oil, and the eggs thrown in. So it's just kind of a scramble with those things in there. So little bits and pieces all through it. So I guess there's nothing to do but get into it. I know this is hot, but I'm kind of looking for other flavors. Is there any kind of fruitiness, any kind of sweetness, or extra thing that comes from the chilies? So if you look in this bowl of salsa, you can see some extra red specks that are redder than the tomato base. And those are the chilies. They stand out. So here we go. It's good. It's a sharp heat. It's biting. Wow, it's digging right into me. There's a sweetness from the tomatoes. I don't know if I can tell the onions are in there. Chilies are hot. Can't really tell there's garlic. Not sure about even detecting the onions. So there's a sweetness, and I'm not sure I get anything but hot from the chilies. There might be some sort of light floral nature. Something is perfumey. I don't usually get this note in food. I can't picture it coming from the onions or from the garlic. There's a floral or perfumey note. Once it's in my mouth and all over the place, and in the development or mid palate, heading towards the finish. There's a real interesting floral note that's probably as much nose and aroma as it is taste. And then it is just hot. So people like hot things and spicy things don't need many of these to spice it up. So it's a very plain salsa. The recipe will be down in the description. And you don't need to make it very fancy. Cilantro might be wasted on it because the biting heat of the chilies is so strong. I guess it's worth saying that I'm not a big fan of Tabasco. And it's not the heat level there, it's the fermented nature of the chilies. It just doesn't taste good to me. I like a lot of Asian fermented flavors and eggs and kimchi and all sorts of things that they ferment. But I'm not a big fan of the Tabasco flavor. So I put it in foods once in a while. It doesn't bother me terribly, but you know, it's one of my least favorite hot sauces. So I'm going to try to use the oil in the chips to cool off my mouth before I move on to the omelet-y thing. And while I let that soak in, let me remind you to like the video, give it a thumbs up down below, leave questions, leave comments, subscribe to the channel, share it with people, and click that bell to get notified when the new videos come out. And this is not going to be a very long video, so I will move right into a few pieces of this omelet-y thing. And we'll find out if I miscalculated. 8 grams of chili to 110, 120 grams of egg. Oh, that's a pretty good diluent for the chilies. Okay, I think I'm surviving that. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. And this is just egg, tiny bit of salt, and the chilies, and a little olive oil. So this could take, oh, okay, this is going well. This is not nearly as hot as the salsa. Even though proportionally I think there's more chilies in this than there is in the salsa. But this went through a food processor and it just got pulverized to bits. So it squished all the little guts out, and every little bit of chili has been leaking into that salsa. This is a little chunkier. Oh, there might be a little fruitiness or vegetal note from the chilies when you bite into it or get a little chunk of stuff. So yeah, this would go really well with some cheese or a tiny bit of oregano or something in this to make the omelet a little more interesting. So there's heat from the chilies. There's also other flavors. So the egg dilutes it quite a bit. And I don't think the cooking method cut down on the heat or got rid of any of the capsaicin. So, okay, this is a good way to do it. Now we have a use. Some cheese and bacon, other things in there, and go along well with the chilies. So I was all afraid for nothing, but the heat is building up. It's slowly increasing and increasing and increasing, so be ready to pull the alarm at some point and back off, get some fat from some other source to cut back on that if it gets too much. But there, I did it. One of these high heat chilies, high for me, and I'm not going to eat them neat. No. This is as close as I'm going to get. But I am surprised and pleased at the salsa and at the omelet. So, Tabasco and ornamental chilies. Be careful what you touch. So I am so pleased that this worked out and I haven't injured myself yet. I'll just be careful not to touch my face after this. So, thank you for watching. Again, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, and click that bell. And until next time, cheers.